What's on your travel list? Welcome to WatchZilla. Today we are going to see more of the United States. With so much to see in this vast country, it can be difficult to know where to start when it comes to planning a trip in the United States. World-class cities, some known for history and others known for fun or glamour, give visitors a broad spectrum of places to choose from. The best places to visit in the United States may simply depend on your personal interests. These are locations that will make every American citizen very proud. Along the eastern seaboard, New York and Washington, D.C. offer two uniquely different city experiences. Along the West Coast, San Francisco and Los Angeles are both hot spots for tourists. In the Southwest, Las Vegas brings the desert to life, and the Grand Canyon shows off one of nature's greatest creations. Beyond the mainland are the beaches of Waikiki and the tropical Hawaiian Islands. These are just a few key locations, but wonderful destinations for any type of traveler can be found all over the country. Number 15. Los Angeles. The second largest city in the USA, Los Angeles is located in Southern California, surrounded by the Pacific coast, mountains and valleys. Often regarded as the entertainment capital of the world, LA is awash with celebrity culture. You can see the handprints of film stars on Hollywood Boulevard or go on a tour to see the stars' homes in Beverly Hills. For laid-back days, there's the bohemian neighborhood of Venice Beach, home to Muscle Beach and a rambling promenade that doubles as a stage for all sorts of quirky street performers. The seafront city of Santa Monica also offers a more relaxed pace of life with its old pier and aquarium. LA is also home to the world's first Disneyland. Great news if you're traveling with children. Some of the city's most popular attractions include the Getty Center, regarded as America's finest art museum, the Kodak Theater, host of the Academy Awards, and Universal Studios Hollywood. The Grove Farmers Market is a pedestrian paradise of shopping and entertainment, while Griffith Park and Knott's Berry Farm are both fantastic family attractions. Number 14. Sedona. Outdoorsy types will love vacationing in Sedona. With its outdoor beauty, calming retreats and spas, and highly walkable downtown, the appeal is undeniable. Home to towering red rock formations, ancient cliff dwellings and supposed energy vortexes, this Arizona town features a multitude of postcard-worthy landmarks accessible by various hiking trails. Many of Sedona's trails also permit mountain biking, while the area's red rocks attract climbing enthusiasts. Unreal starry skies are the reason for a night hike on Baldwin Trailhead, and Gallery Row is the spot for an afternoon of culture. After an active day outside, travelers can retreat to one of the town's award-winning spas or wellness centers, where they can tap into Sedona's spiritual side during a treatment, yoga session or healing ritual. Number 13. Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston is a very beautiful place with interesting architecture, a great culture, and overall a wonderful atmosphere. There are lots of great things to do and see in the city. One of the best things to do in Charleston is visiting the colorful houses in the city. These are all throughout the historic French Quarter. Rainbow Row is one of the most beautiful examples of this. It is a street with houses that all have a different color. Another great activity in Charleston is visiting Waterfront Park. This is a great place to relax, and there is a beautiful fountain. A unique activity in Charleston is going on a carriage ride, which is a very historic activity where it's possible to see many areas of the city. Besides that, going to the beach is great to do as well when visiting Charleston. The best place for this is Folly Beach, which is the closest beach to downtown Charleston. Also, there are great things to do alone in Charleston. For example, there is a walking tour where it's possible to learn a lot about the history of Charleston, or you can do a ghost tour at the USS Yorktown. Number 12. Boston. Located along the eastern seaboard, Boston is a city of history. The Massachusetts capital offers activities for all types of travelers. Picturesquely situated along the oceanfront, with ferries connecting the outer suburbs, Boston has a unique charm. Modern skyscrapers stand next to centuries-old buildings, and open public spaces, like Boston Common, give the city a quaint, small-town feel. The 2.5-mile-long Freedom Trail, which connects Boston Common to the Bunker Hill Monument, offers a terrific overview of the city's rich history, making sightseeing and navigating through the city extremely easy, while Fenway Park is a must-see attraction for baseball fans. The city also has a strong arts and cultural scene and is home to the famous Boston Pops Orchestra. What's more, Boston is home to numerous pubs, food markets and shopping thoroughfares, as well as top-notch universities known for their charming architecture, picturesque green spaces and wicked smart students. Boston's winters are legendary. Nor'easters roar ashore every now and again, dumping copious quantities of snow. However, that doesn't stop these hardy residents from enjoying life. The list of things to do in winter is long, and this is still a great time of year for a visit. Number 11. Lake Tahoe, California. Lake Tahoe is a place of natural beauty and inspires even the most experienced traveler. It is genuinely picturesque, from dazzling expanses of crystal-clear waters to the surrounding pine forest and the snow-topped mountains. This place has it all. The vast freshwater lake is situated in the Sierra Nevada mountains found on California and Nevada's border and is known for its prolific beaches and ski resorts. The lake is one of the world's purest and is the closest natural form of distilled water you can find. Lake Tahoe is one of the oldest lakes globally and is known to be over 2 million years old. Lake Tahoe is one of the best vacation spots in the U.S. You can spend your days hiking the Sierra Nevada mountains, skiing down the slopes of Squaw Valley Ski Resort, where you will find a bird's-eye view of the Heavenly Gondola, or explore the water activities of Emerald Bay. Lake Tahoe is an all-year-round destination spot and draws in outdoor adventures and nature lovers to the area. Throughout the summer months, popular activities include nature walks, hiking, cycling, and water sports. Lake Tahoe truly becomes a spectacle through the winter months and allows for skiing, sledding, snowshoeing, and sleigh riding. Guided tours of the Talac Historic Site are available and focus on the local history, including the history of native Washoe people, and show the house's original features, such as the 1930s kitchen. The area is full of natural beauty with broad and varied activities for everyone to enjoy. Number 10. San Francisco. This charming and picturesque West Coast city is the perfect getaway destination for couples, singles, or families. San Francisco's culture has been influenced by diverse ethnic groups and many social movements. Famous sights, charming streets, beautiful views, and outdoor dining are all part of what makes San Francisco such a great place to visit. The best way to get a glimpse of the city by the bay's character is to explore its neighborhoods on foot or by cable car. From the Mission District to the Castro, you'll find various boutiques and eateries serving nearly every kind of cuisine. Soak in city views from a picnic blanket in Mission Dolores Park, or take a quick boat ride to Alcatraz Island for a history lesson. Just be sure to come prepared for the steep hills by wearing a sturdy pair of walking shoes. Drive over the Golden Gate Bridge, wander around Fisherman's Wharf, or hop on a streetcar to explore the city sights. Summer or fall is a wonderful time to visit, but the climate here is mild, and any time of year is pleasant. Number 9. Savannah. Savannah, Georgia, is one of the most popular destinations to visit in the United States, and for a good reason. Visitors love the city's oak-lined streets, antebellum homes, and historic landmarks found throughout the downtown area. When planning a trip, you'll first need to decide the best time of year to visit Savannah. The city is beautiful year-round, and the temperate weather means there's no bad time to visit. Some seasons are simply prettier than others. If your budget allows, select accommodations in the historic district, which is small and easily walkable. From there, you can explore some of Savannah's most well-known streets, such as River Street, Broughton Street, and Jones Street, which is sometimes considered the prettiest street in America. A few must-see landmarks include the Cathedral Basilica of St. John the Baptist, Bonaventure Cemetery, and Wormslow Historic Site. If you prefer house tours, the Owen Thomas House and Slave Quarters is a very educational tour, or you can see the stunningly decorated Mercer Williams House, which was made famous by the book Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Savannah is known for being a foodie's town, and Southern-style restaurants top the list. A classic option to try is the Old Pink House, which is located in a beautiful pink mansion built in 1771. Mrs. Wilkie's Dining Room is another popular spot for Southern-style food, as a crystal beer parlor. For Southern dining with a unique twist, head to Trailer Park for options like their PB&J wings. Number 8. Grand Canyon. To experience some of the most inspiring views America has to offer, plan a trip to Grand Canyon National Park. The Grand Canyon is one of those must-see, bucket list destinations that have been attracting visitors for generations. Gazing out over the canyon walls to an endless horizon and an unfathomable depth below is one of the highlights of any trip in the United States. Visiting the Grand Canyon can easily be done on a day trip from Las Vegas or Phoenix, and from some smaller cities in the vicinity, including Sedona or Flagstaff. Another option is to incorporate a visit into a larger driving trip through Arizona and surrounding states. A train trip from Williams, Arizona, is another delightful way to experience the canyon. The Colorado River weaves its way through the 277-mile-long canyon, making it a top destination for whitewater rafting. The Arizona Park is also a superb spot to hike, offering scenic paths like the Bright Angel and North Kaibab trails. The south rim of the Grand Canyon, which is the most popular and most visited section, is open all year, and visitors are welcomed at any time of year. Regardless of how you choose to spend your time in the Grand Canyon, you're sure to feel small against its towering rock formations and expensive vistas. To avoid the crush of summer visitors, consider arriving in the spring or fall. The weather is good, and the crowds smaller. The road to the north rim of the Grand Canyon is closed in winter due to snow. Number 7. Seattle. Seattle, Washington is one of the most naturally stunning places to vacation in the U.S., tucked between two mountain ranges, the Olympics and the Cascades, and along the Puget Sound. Seattle has several iconic attractions that are not to be missed during your visit. For example, Pike Place Market, founded in the early 1900s right along the Elliott Bay, is a bustling market full of unique coffee shops, vendors, peddling everything from spices to crystals, and even an infamous alleyway full of used chewing gum. Another popular attraction is the Space Needle, Seattle's most iconic building built in 1961 for the World's Fair, which is a spectacular observation deck to provide panoramic views of the city and the surrounding mountains. If you're instead looking for a more active way to explore Seattle, consider renting a stand-up paddleboard or kayak at either Alki Beach of Lake Union for stunning views of the Seattle skyline, and even a chance to spot a harbor seal or two. After burning off all those calories, you probably need to carb up. Consider visiting the Ballard neighborhood, which has a ton of breweries within walking distance to one another. While the city itself is absolutely worth exploring, Seattle's surrounding areas demand just as much attention. Consider taking side trips to any of the 3 national parks within 2.5 hours of city limits: Mount Rainier, Olympic, or Northern Cascades. Regardless if you prefer having adventures in more urban or natural settings, Seattle is a beautiful city of explore. Number 6. Chicago. Set on the shores of Lake Michigan, Chicago is a great summer destination, with parks and a beautiful waterfront. The Windy City's architecture, cuisine and museums make this Midwestern locale an excellent option for travelers with varying interests. Its arts and cultural attractions, as well as fantastic shopping, make it a popular year-round destination. The Magnificent Mile, along Michigan Avenue, is the city's most famous area, with high-end luxury stores and galleries, along with famous buildings and outstanding architecture. Be sure to stuff your face at least once, whether it be with a Chicago-style hot dog, an Italian beef sandwich or a slice of deep dish pizza. Then, snap some pictures in front of Millennium Park's iconic bean sculpture, check out the Art Institute of Chicago's top-notch collections, or go on an architecture river cruise. If you plan on visiting in winter, pack your warmest attire and head to Maggie Daley Park to go ice skating. Number 5. Las Vegas. Everyone knows about Las Vegas and its alluring attractions. You wouldn't think a city in the middle of the desert in Nevada would be as popular as it is, but it's thanks to the cavalcade of casinos here that Las Vegas is so famous. The desert-based casino city has already been immortalized in print and TV media for its stunning casinos and associated attractions. The most well-known casinos themselves are practically household names: Caesar's Palace, MGM Grand, the Bellagio. If not anything else, Sin City is a must-visit for its live music and theater shows, fine dining, and some of the best nightclubs in the world. Showgirls and lavish performances, Las Vegas offers plenty more to suit people of all ages and interests. And then there are all the bright lights that illuminate the Las Vegas Strip any and every night of the week, come rain or shine. There are the Bellagio's impressive fountain shows, a replica of the Eiffel Tower, and of an Egyptian pyramid, among other landmarks. Golfers will be happy to know there are more than 55 golf courses in and around Las Vegas. Just outside the city are state parks offering rock climbing and hiking trails. Also nearby is Lake Mead, which provides a variety of water sports. Without any doubt, it is one of the best places to vacation in the US that simply radiates an energy that is contagious. You might find that you do not want to leave. Number 4. Miami. Travel to this South Florida city to experience a melting pot of cultures. Miami is always abuzz, but a number of exciting openings will keep the city in conversations as a must-visit destination. The vibrant food and nightlife scenes are worth the trip alone, so grab a Frida in Little Havana before dancing the night away in one of the city's countless clubs. If you're not a fan of clubbing, don't fret. Miami offers a variety of museums filled with exhibits about the city's unique art, history, and culture. Some visitor favorites include the Perez Art Museum Miami and the Base. Make a beeline for the Raleigh Gardens, which is hosting an immersive, beachside art experience, the largest ever outdoor public show of the work of Claude Lalande and François-Xavier Lalande. Expect to see over 40 sculptures and objects by the duo, with free admission, in the dazzling new beachside tropical garden designed by architect Peter Marino and landscape architect Raymond Jungles at the Raleigh Hotel. In other culture news, the Rubel Museum has just opened its doors to a new campus in Alapata, an emerging neighborhood for arts and culture. Another recent Alapata debut is El Espacio 23, an art space that features thousands of photographs, paintings, sculptures, and videos the billionaire Jorge Perez collected around the globe. In the cool Wynwood area, the Museum of Graffiti just made a splashy debut during Art Basel. The first museum of its kind, it celebrates the pioneers of this edgy art form and chronicles its history. Look for a new eco-friendly Art Deco boutique hotel called Greystone Mommy Beach, which is an adults-only property in Miami Beach. And finally, Gitano Miami, the third outpost to the Tulum-based restaurant at Boutique Hotel Casa Fina. Take your cocktail to the sprawling rooftop garden for Instagram-worthy views. Plus, the city sits close to the famous sands of Miami. Number 3. New York City, New York. New York City is one of the best travel destinations in the US. The jewel in the crown of the USA, when it comes to urban areas, New York is a megacity that is absolutely packed full of iconic places, areas, and buildings. It is the largest city in the US and a major hub for finance, fashion, arts, communication, and education. World-renowned for its concentration of skyscrapers and famous attractions, New York City is what many foreigners often visualize when they think of the USA. The Big Apple gets constant traffic throughout the year, making it one of the richest cities in the US. Attractions like Times Square, the Broadway Theater District, Wall Street, Manhattan's Chinatown, Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building, Rockefeller Center, etc. are some of the highly photographed attractions in the world and pull in millions of tourists every year. In fact, sometimes it feels like you're walking through familiar territory, thanks to how often the city features in Hollywood films. Even the 5 boroughs that make up NYC are famous. Apart from these attractions, the city is a melting pot of cultures with a variety of art, performance, foods, and fashion. There's the culture, Koreatown, multiple Chinatowns, the remnants of Little Italy, and communities from Jewish to African American make New York a true world city made rich by the people who have flocked here from all over the world. One of the city's most important historical sites is Ellis Island, where millions of immigrants first arrived in America. New York is also home to some of the most distinguished museums and art galleries in the world, such as the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Guggenheim Museum, and the American Museum of Natural History. Additionally, Manhattan's theater district is world-known with its collection of Broadway theaters and other entertainment venues. Throbbing with flashing neon lights and glittering billboards, Times Square is the city's dazzling entertainment district, where tourists can catch a Broadway performance and shop for souvenirs. For those who need to catch their breath from all the hustle and bustle of New York City, Central Park is the answer with its wide open green spaces, gardens, wooded paths, and outdoor recreation. Number 2. New Orleans, Louisiana. Few American cities are home to cultures as unique as the Big Easy's. New Orleans may masquerade as a Mardi Gras party town, but really, it's a city with a rich history that's known for its music and food scene, not to mention the festivals. New Orleans has about 130 festivals each year, so there's really no bad time to visit. Offering a blend of influences from the Caribbean, Europe, and other locales, New Orleans has a distinct personality. In 2020, the city is throwing its doors open to host the Women's Final Four games as well as the 2020 College Football Playoff National Championship, making it the perfect time for sports fans to visit. But even if you're not into sports, New Orleans has so many things for visitors to do. Music lovers flock here to immerse themselves in the city's rich jazz, blues, and rock and roll scenes, and history buffs enjoy attractions like the National World War II Museum and the New Orleans African American Museum. Meanwhile, foodies can feast on gumbo, bagnets, and po' boys in between sightseeing. After filling up on tasty fare, check out Bourbon Street's nightlife or sign up for an evening ghost tour. Bourbon Street is the obvious choice for food, drink, and jazz, and it's definitely a must-visit location, especially for first-timers to the city. Also check out Frenchman Street for more live music and a different vibe altogether. Bagnets at Café du Monde is the ultimate tourist trap, but for good reason. It's worth a stop on your itinerary, both for the atmosphere and the tasty treats. The Garden District is a charming part of town with beautiful homes to go up. At the nearby Magazine Street offers cafes and restaurants where you can refuel before hitting up the nearby antique shops and boutiques. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 1. Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. may be the political capital of the most powerful country in the world, but it is also one of the prettiest and historic cities in the world as well. Historical landmarks like the National Mall, Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, the National World War II Memorial, the Korean War Veterans Memorial, the National Archives, the Smithsonian, and of course, the White House, are just a fraction of the attractions in Washington, D.C. The Smithsonian alone can take an entire year to explore, and it is truly one of the marvels of the modern world. The city is also a center for performing arts, with the JFK Center for Performing Arts being one of the most coveted performing venues for emerging artists. Being one of the best places to vacation in the US, it is famous for its food joints with popular restaurants like Ben's Chili, Old Ebbitt Grill, The Occidental Grill, and Martin's Tavern being popular joints for locals and tourists. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchZilla and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.